Abuja for me di kwaku owusu aje pato braso said Mpensenmpensenmu dwumadi no ebebro Abuja for aye krado ya womo enyina aye adwen kro se oman Ghana yenyina ye mesom yitiri aye yewra yaw Asani Tano ewa national organizer ma Liberal People's Party of Ghana LPG and I feel so era Timothy Ataboadey Awontirim Ataboadey, former MP for Bolsa North on the ticket of the NDC. Mpensenmpensenmu kwaba. Unamu ya boko. Udino nanka kambe sister share braces here.
Dini egwe ma wa tisobo.
Why society so John no tekrema na wa go say yes be ma din wa bono.
Yes.
Na unamu boko de ono
Awontirim. Now just the hardship which is not peculiar to just all of us here, but almost everybody is going through. And government must always accept that there are challenges and that Niema we near the ato kwan so a ye pese ye ma amanfo ho en high homo. When I me bedroom ham say now union no come about the free HSS and but I like your response because it has been like a game no. O aban mu opposition no hwe de we ni nyina say enye. But when you come and you see that who say de na wo ka no na nye nokora e say wo gitum. It makes the country move forward. And Asana, you are able to carry the people along, including the position. But what now who said they now can and yen no cre now so now jinaso chinchina de mekaina and yen no cra my baba huno. I've not still making my mind. Then people say, you are not being honest with us. I think these are the issues. Me call I haven't said my producer friend me about 2 weeks ago. So I was in I think this should be the second week. I think so. I was in Kumasi. Me copy school ma me ban the second boy had gotten admission to one of the schools there. And when I went, near me toy and kwano. It's 3,000. You get it? Now me tie Honorable Penka, former deputy attorney general, no I say your counter station. I know say amount for some near money is between 2,000 and you know ono dear ono penka Tiama will be Upper East near 900. If in Upper East is 900, can you imagine in Accra and in Kumasi? And if in Upper East, so it will be Koskuna me ko Sanma secondary technical. The Niamana will be Tano 900. We are just a village school, Sanma secondary technical. Even though a boy and home modern, we share the products from that school. Dr. Park, he was my mate in that school. A lot of them that I can mention in government. A lot. If in Upper East, Honorable Penka, who is a former deputy general and with this government speaking for, can say that Niama amount for toy our what toy personal that he can account for is over 900 Ghana. It's an admission that it is not totally free that we're taught that and no one say with the swa Niama Fakohon. Intinu say like that policy na namoka is good, but say it was a review or swa. We have to do the review. But why would they admit a review? They can't admit a review. You can't review. No, say including the president and the vice president said that review means that we'll cancel it absolutely. Today, how can you accept review? You can't accept it because your own words has eaten you up. When we say wanted to review when we come, let's say the whole president stood on the platform and could never said that NDC said they will cancel the is that a meaning of review? It's interesting.
Oba, whatever it is, the focus should be on baby apes or the Ghana ekokudru. So if you have to eat a humble pie or whatever,
exactly like you said it. You even said it, my brother. What can you know?
Misplaced. So at the end of the day, we back Ghana former will be under it. We know who is performing and who is not performing. Yeah, well, no,
you know,
you don't have to say it.
Even on your social media, one woman for the old ladies that would think that they can't reason, you people go to interview them. Do you think that they are uninformed? They know.
They really are.
But now, just a chiro yeah, they can't do so. We are only adding on to what our mothers and unfortunately our illiterate brothers don't know. We are adding on to it. We are not teaching them. That is the first thing we should all know. Political communication, I'm telling you, sometimes I am sure my cameras, interview. Then there was one woman even at Medina Macau. I was surprised. The woman said that President Nasi Tiscaso, they said yet gold, so yet diamonds, so yet diamonds. So I was surprised when I watched it. And free HS and some other kind, we need to review. But because they say review was cancelled, no, I bet you, man. Until they will use some other COCO, some other prominent academician, no matter by inside, no because free HS and say, go like you said, say, look, Ghana is an idea, man, let's all move on. You even when Bawumia went to give Honorable His Excellency the Vice President Bawumia went to Kaswana or Koma speech. The first thing I wanted him to have done was just to come and say, look, what speech am I coming to give? The speech is that you all know what is happening. Let us move ahead. Let us put the challenges and move. Look, he would have moved everybody along. But to go and justify, and then I asked him, this is just the intro. I want to go into the details. We'll see.
Yeah, I quite a bill. Wadie. Yes, a young Comocrona. Meaning also over pass a comment on this particular one.
I think so. I mean, she has for honorable. Now, we must call a spade a spade. In the sense, we have not been fair as politicians to our educational policies. In the sense, Abambi Obebano has something to do with education. And Prempino, now
too much politics.
Forward moving terrain, now can the educational policies in the corner. Ubi about Sasano. And no, and now I idea back on Abaye BBS and San Yokuma, Yehuano. But sincerely speaking, if we talk about this issue of double track system, and yes, a school will be a kokeke, young school keke. The environment at which you go to school is very critical. Until you see a year, ubianko bikeke. Now, ukona sa uko da from na uchra. Does it make sense? Uko na se chop box so na uda. Does it make sense? You must have a sound mind to be able to absorb normal. Now, uko da na ntontomne improve car more sa. Does it contribute to your well-being in terms of education? Why do you crop when you the previous administration under Miles Mahama started a program of eliminating the shift system, which was completely done. Now can you feel say we have saved that aspect of the truancy in our educational system? What happened? We were all preaching about free education. Free education was not enacted and answer was not introduced by the NPP. Free education was introduced by Kwame Nkrumah. And if they had allowed Kwame Nkrumah to go on with his policies, and it will cut across the whole country, but even that, under a population of 6 million. 6
million at a time.
One holistic implementation, what is starting if enough. Say, or the bar ABC. In fact, even University of Ghana, and I say universities, no. They were not paying school fees. Your friend said, Buzia, they pay a reintroduction of fee paying. You can check the history. You understand? In Tinanka, it was going to cut across the whole country. I will be a baby. Now, like I said, under a population of 6 million, now gradually, now a population of about 30 million. Now you say you must start it progressively free. What's it that? You do it holistic and that's a wholesale free SHS. And what happened? It was just propaganda. No started gradually free, progressively free. Now you preaching. Say, we start here free baby. Crack. And be a baby. No to me. Form one of the chassis. the second year no form to shase third year Asani to me complete as we sit here I am a victim me batifi and then me back 3 days ago on your sister stations news
a lot from I have people I'm still going to
yes. In a sense say one placement system no omo ankasa omo ababontan be ka say omo a omo nya aggregate between 6 to 12 no automatic placement but even no nya no correct omo a efi 12 aircon no ebi mo wo ho a omo first choice no no ma no mo choose ye no no ma no akofa bibi a nsem akoye bibi wo ho nti no you have to go there to verify na wo hu bibi e be place na another time. The third one is something that they call self-placement. In the self-placement, up to date, because of you are placing the crowd. So they are now asking you to print your admission. You know, almost send it through your CSSP now. Be checking. Printing a fabric and you must say place crowd. Now, but even in that process, it's a carbon for we are no man as I say, school prospectus number was on our phone. Yes, it can. I'm being honest. Me batty faces. Some yourself, Emmanuel. I was just even chatting with Menuya Desmond to work PNC. So Uncle Jamie Cape Coast this weekend now. Yeah, they beat me because up and down at Dawson and people are paying monies. Yet yes, yet you remember say a Jumakra government work, immigration, police, military, every institution I will call you Juma as Ghanaian. You must pay between 5,000 to 8,000. What nonsense is this? These are the things we are talking about.
Don't go there.
Don't say Chairman Omari Wadie, third vice national chair.
Even the MPP
agree with
Chairman
even some of the MPP people pay before they get their children to school.
They pay.
MPP chairmen, secretaries, they pay.
So don't pretend,
Chairman, will you take interest and
when I went to the school match, I was asked to pay 200 extra for bed. But I didn't blame the authorities. I willingly paid. I didn't blame them. I paid because the Omaka say beds in Nihonomo, and they won't allow our children to come and lie on the floors. To make me drew Honomo, the address was already made to the parents are more hormone. To almost beside me say, did I come to them? I said no, and that is what I willingly paid. One catcher say there are no beds, so they have to do. And a carpenter now, he was even standing there. And a carpenter no poker say he's supposed to take 500, but because school now has no. You understand? Some small payment I will pay. And I'll pay me bano. I got one admission for one of my friends' son at a friend is senior in one of the good schools. This morning, the school administrator framed me. Or someone report here. That's 2 weeks after I've gotten that. I've got it even before my son. He have not reported because they've not been able to buy all the things. Because the father of the boy just passed on last year. So it's left with the akama menunkwa. Inti sani we no ewo ho. But you see, at the quarantine I yent solve you say the MPP people no. The pressure to the managers of education. Into niame ekoho enye year be boa free policy no they've suppressed them if o kasa sisia ye be yiwedi and I be change baby awon and come managers no like the headmasters to talk ni nyina aka and ke benye solutions to some of these things
problems
into all unim de o yesisia no into o use PTA into all the course it now man I to say the PTA for no na suggest enye omo but behind them, every Obia say you, Obiara Ghana say they are almost here. Even books, the back campus or but no man set one. I teaching one of this. I teaching one of this. Let me tell you something. The placement now, but I have to say this because they cannot solve the issue. Almost charge between 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, depending on the school. We get here and other schools, it's even up to 10,000.
But I'm not chairman. Bisa say, sir, I don't know. we are tete so much charge, but why are we not reporting them?
Why haven't
Because
you reported? They are aware. Let me tell you something, my brother.
Because
my brother.
Honorable Tobo. We do so willingly.
The ministers
My
are
brother.
even paying.
We do. We
Ministers
go
are
and pay.
even
You have a
yes.
child. Is he up to secondary school level?
My first child was level 100 okay university.
Through her, then you say what you are saying. Why? Oh, ban out TV, and so on your admission.
Yes.
Then you want common placement.
Well,
There's pressure on you. Tell the story you are telling to the Marines.
No, but
We
the
are
thing is
telling
that
you the truth is-
the thing
Yeah.
is that we say we have gone to pay.
Yeah.
And we are here complaining.
Yes.
So what what is the cure? Because
The
we
cure
have
is
gone
this.
to
The
pay
cure is
and we are
that
complaining.
why I didn't know we just your friend is saying
Space,
space now we get to
loophole
my local to her. When you want even a drew satama small boys now more what do you call it? Placement center no more do more phones. How can you be working as a public officer no more do public phone? Then no more baby, then the agents will bring them and then they will pay and take it. Small boys I see no. Are they not civil servants?
We are in Ghana, Pato.
Or you think what we are saying? I'm telling you,
No, I'm not saying you are lying. What I'm saying is that we see
Even the chief director.
your problem back home as a people. So say, if there is a problem, if there is a problem, you be jama a festa sana ya ni account one some
People report.
I'm for complain. They've reported. Now some radio stations, radio stations are interviewing Bebre, interview parents. Starting from that time, I almost started you know. I'm complain until me be involved. No,
I'm not saying it is not true. But what I am saying is that yes, so. And you, some of us have gone to pay, but haven't reported anybody to anybody.
My brother, in a country where institutions work, say if it's a public outcry about any public policy, what you do is that you let the investigating authority go underground to pick them up, to go and pretend as if they are parents.
Yes, that's the thing.
And do it. You let the BNI, special security, go as parents
Yes,
with distance. Simple. Print them and call them.
If ministers and MP are also paying,
like what kind of ministers and MPs?
they are paying.
Minister and I went to one of your ministers. Minister, cabinet minister. I don't want to, but I won't mention his name. But what he told me was completely different, and he sits in the same place. And recently, saw the same Minister of Education, Kasa Abba, said they should let investigation go in and so on. These small boys, very arrogant.
Chairman, Adia, nenam from no. Untimi pretend to say unte sasem we say be. And I don't think say the air question. How can we cure it? Say I said that idea, I say they better solve a problem. Placement had been a very a problem. Yeah, the computer ever solve a problem. And then yeah, so computer baby. Now you create space for people to enrich themselves. Any course.
That's it. I'm in chair at E4. I'm in that
Yes, sure.
and then the expose I almost also as a mama who are maka Modiaba. But to the be your politicians on you're enemies. And I know me here could the tabla I'll say, yeah, went to enter Bunso, we are politician, 1 year pound boy. A pie down boy. And near broing. You know why? Any panua on mere placement, no. So, Omari. John Wadu. And I said, don't get here. I was a vet, yeah, I said, the one of the other mutual cadamon. Maybe, sir, why no one have mutual cad? Me will be so a Burmese capre. Why is it this or obey placement man or baby? Let's come and announce. So, who takes the money? And why should we pay? I didn't say Kutia. Ansana.
Are you not worried about it?
That is what I'm talking about.
But you're a chairman of a party that has birthed a government.
Yes. And we have this problem at hand. You bet me and say, even a cabinet minister was struggling to make. Dabi
nti ebe ne dan sa na me nkyerɛ yi
saa suban no a ye nyina ya adopt a ya gye atum a ye de nam a ye de sisi ye ho no. That's what me can say debi ameka. Yes. Ghana ha no ye nyina da na ye ho kalabuli fo. Onum kalabuli. Kalade bule. First na ejina boy okay sa nyupia ne ba ejina bu. And anything, the slightest opportunity, Ghana person bullying you catch you. Unum catch you. Unum catch you.
Unum catch you.
Oh, Asani, the teacher.
The AB class the boy. Kubo.
Do I don't know? It's so bad. Position bia obi ebenya no. Again metimi aya metimi. And okay. Nka computer no. Nke di ni she mu ana wuro ti say eh loto se no omu loto de no. Krrr ba to mu na to. Eso nipa da se ni timi de dia kotwoko ba pi. And you create all these unnecessary problems for parents, well, Ghanaians. The we are na kosha aban. In fact, you the kosha aban no you can't say ne aban be before and then mu na mu fo aban mu na mu nkonkwe placement physical president of what time and this is for by they ran it similar problems but the people who are supposed to and Ghana for so no let me say connection here the dodo
yeah per connection too much imbued
me call holder
yeah connection men too much
me call holder
yeah
so
last minute ade was say hwe ye nyewu aboboye so no jo na any day
when your connection there you this one is not connection
me can say me baby uncle this year we uncle be but the materials first last year am ko gina Independence Square this year almost almost set here for teachers hall.
It was true.
Teachers hall.
But
somebody will call yes so far and Ras say will be friend. Oh, the school now me bani nya no. Omo man day or call no. Omo ya the border. But then ka person mu change school no man. And I'm so call no can sing. And also was small bin and then call e. Na nipa no call and say so be ka so change school no say nya the border no. Or call no so border no mo ya the border man. And omo ye man was say and I'm saying sign no mon kasai. Well, she never go back to me. I hear say the center is there working. But nipa does any say away 3 months say this onya connection as a penny bi and say protocol bi no. They won't go there. But most of the people who are comes up with positive feedback.
But is it true that almost shed that a jump no more creative space for
chairman?
And I make us say me call her. Obia of father my mama so and say me kwa kodina ho. But who frame me say call
Chairman.
Because the feedback I'm hearing.
A hokra manfo did.
A hokra na a center.
Look, Chairman, why did you? Why did this government come up with this policy? The policy came up as a result. Said placement system. Said na headmasters, na headmistress mo. Or more G Awufuska Asani admitting even when you have gotten the school. In TFA, the best son on any computer placement. Said the Bayer, you don't have to go.
That was all.
Human interface.
They say headmaster for Najumano. They are my boys go.
But any headmasters, they give them
they complain. They
which
I don't even have a problem.
The headmasters
also
yes, headmasters are
and then say no, can you imagine yourself?
And now cannot to associate someone Ghana for your pay.
Oh, Kakasani, you continue.
The Ebemi and Yan FDA, Jonah, I na bibia ni ho na we hu
Azay na
saade no ye pe ye njai aboye ya
No, the thing is that you are being frustrated.
crusade
ye pandemic
ye ntutu anya ye pe dodo
Pato, you are being frustrated until you are forced to ask certain questions. Oh, the microphone moto ade o street mu. E kwan who could do her. First on mefro, nana and say, omuni wo be o. Nana no mu boss and say, we boss the officer on with different titles.
No bit me preach or say preaching the anka kuma na nka utia. But we dey me preaching we dey na the correction we.
Yes.
Akawa kumo obi fabra say come dey.
Society.
You see, the problem no say me hu no nipa me title mo kan no dey cancel me say we dey call na nya ya o oduru ha fra be wo ha nya fra o ma ya mam yo musu yo ya derade ase say ye twa kwan ketua da ho so obi an kodi mu no obi a pese o de fa
Yeah.
say
Chairman, to be honest, very difficult. Only few people know mom categories. Ghana. Few people. Yeah, last minute at the end of the oh, I say, oh,
Now the last minute to go.
few
That's
people.
not last minute.
W
They know the last minute.
Labe no me placement. Labe no me.
It should be up to 1 month.
It's getting to 1 month
Yeah,
now.
it's getting to.
Me say enra obi frɛ me. Ɛna ɔse, me ka kyerɛ ɔse, when them so dey call ya so o my border na. And I kept thinking, into Ubalanya admission did that day 1 month. I feel one bed I feel one say Ubalanya
Chairman, because of the cost, people can't report here.
No. The point, and as we speak now, most schools are not full. The first class school actually Tano went
Yes.
there, and there.
You see, Chairman.
But the first class, some of them are not full.
Yes, but
No.
Chairman, I think what we should be
Because of
discussing-
what we are discussing.
I think what we should be talking about is solution to this canker.
Yes, let's accept it is there
Yes.
first
Now,
and
you
look
will
for the
say-
solution.
My MPP are buying drinks.
Government some more.
Let us
It
see
has been
this
there long
as
ago.
a challenge.
So
Now you say how are we going
Accept
to
it is there and let's resolve it.
More fun say Simo Pensun no more be ka say
is
back and forth. But there is one thing. Let's make progress.
Yes, everybody knows in the Adiano Ewo.
Yeah, say
And I make
go
catch us
vote
Ghana
di
for Nankasa Yenya so ye pay ye do ye. And you can even fix the computer. But if you don't fix, because initially I'm your placement, I'm can say you can even go on your phone and then do self placement. Because I know who's in the part here call phones to call your self placement.
No.
And then they say self placement, you know. Obi akwa and then and as we speak now, schools will be what nipa and feel it half.
Yes, so what
Chairman,
is leading to that?
No.
Can this cure it? Can this cure it? Say, the era Yawadu Chuma Bekan say, or Behe said, grade A, grade B, now we are aggregate saying, Ontimin call Achimota, we intimin call Presec because of the grade. We free hard never call grade B and grade A, no near the Adeno. Yabe Tuogum. Yabe your placement. Irrespective of their.
that should be the thing.
Irrespective of their academy.
You see, what they have done is
Tuogum.
the system.
You don't aggregate 6 for go presec.
Almost 6 to 12. They go to certain category.
What do you think, Honorable?
Yeah, let me be honest with you. Ministers say, according to your aggregate 25 students, and what, and turn them
into first class.
Yeah. If the ministry through the computer post aggregated it to a school, a student to a school, won't reject you.
Yes.
You've been fixed, they can't reject
Yes.
Yes.
So the minister should do what is you should post them there and let the headmaster or headmistress reject, and we hear we'll let them pick it because the school doesn't belong to them. Most of these headmasters, they went to school with what aggregate? Some of them were post-sec teachers. They couldn't pass O level. You understand? So they went through with life. You know, some of them have even gotten masters, PhD now. Into me no, I am go school no. Once I almost say brilliant but needy students. I said no, it's a wrong terminology. What is brilliant but needy student? There's nothing like that. Look, my brother, I started school say I couldn't read. So if they are throwing me away, I started reading somewhere around Form 2. And I pick up gradually. I became the first. I became a terrible student in terms of academics. You understand? Dr. Park is my mate. Honorable Haruna Idris is my mate. Isaac Esiama, all of them were mates. You understand? So if at that stage, Anka Boabi or Nanka is somebody born and say, team is a on Nimunguman to Noman. We can first people would aggregate 40. I teach, like I'm telling you, I teach geography, I teach government, I teach economics. If you can turn an aggregate 40 child into a grade A child, if you let the child understand by teaching that Adiana Uchirano is not all onto the teacher and it's not all onto him, he must sit down and study. Grade A students know or they sit down to study. It isn't that almost you understand? So the issue is that you post to Obian rejected. You don't need permission, as if they are asking for permission. In any case, when you post, you put the aggregate there.
How will you see Achimota?
There are still chances. And I'll tell you how.
How will say Achimota school? To me for the 1,000. Now 5,000 people. And now Omokaso Achimota. How would they do the selection?
Chairman.
That is why they themselves.
Ministry in Kasaka said, Omaja 30% to you. They've given 30% to public schools. At the Cronty Omaka, when I went to that, my friend said, he discussed it. He told me that that's a deliberate policy that was done at cabinet. And I almost say 30% then from a public school. Because I realized, say, among for most car, they've sent all their children to private schools. So it means that academic standard of our private school was so. Internet will be public school. What they tear.
Now, so
that's money making a point.
Excellent.
No, we have special students. Until government say, almost they have 30% to fill in for the public schools. Once public schools, when you aggregate 25 for yourself for, because what it means is that South Crown on aggregate for public school now academic and yes, and call private school he would have gotten low, so it compensates for that gap. And Yamina make us we say a cabinet policy. There be it's a
and then
they pass well.
Why are you not
I am so passionate about that.
The Sato for
interestingly, Sato for trained teachers.
That is the question.
Don't worry.
That is the question. No, that is the question. But that is a government policy. A government policy.
Just a moment. You see, Honorable, what Honorable said, I share with him. Me ba Accra, I think 89. Na me wie Form 4, the old Form 4. Me ba Accra na me nim ready. At that age, 19 years old. Let me name read it.
Jana Kuta MLS, home friends, middle school
living
certificate.
Me buy na
LSC.
Yeah, Form 4.
MLSC.
Me buy na me hwe TV na those days na your program be GTV FM toddlers time also. Okola can bro for me to home. So what is happening? That omo can bro for me to me can be.
We have something in common.
Book me to me read it. Na me dream was I say how. Now, my sister saw them back. Who said education I want one in terms of quality, no man. And yet, instead, Sanka from Form 4, Sanka, some call I think an AFC O level, no man out. And I said I was supposed to be the last batch for there be was some I make to a JSS. So it was the second phase of the JSS now, Rollins at the Bayern. And I'm going in my class and in the whole school, I was older than everybody. You understand? Now, could you believe, say, if I did not get the opportunity to come to Accra? Into what I'm suggesting is say, and yes, Accra, but any other place education and quality in here. What I'm suggesting is say, yeah, well, aggregator, you to make us as soon as you are passing. Into a my cut off, say from aggregate 6 to 12. Certain category of schools ombeko into say achimota nipa 5,000 echusu na ombe 4,000 per. The moment you be at grade 6 to 12 no 1,000 you are cutting off. pick them in random. Because obi was a bia onya achimota. No, who send crofo sua the obi a serious
fall under the 30%, you know, almost a
cabinet decision.
No, but I'm saying that don't do the cut-off thing. Once Nipana pass, no pass it. Until let's pick them random. Say 1,000 or here, 1,000 maybe will be 40. Or achimota, he could be turned into something else. But the moment the reason I hear is a money panel or say if you know more baby or non aggregate near best 20 something. As a so pek when be snow tria. And indeed, we are able to argue out a little bit in terms of the scale, but they have no option than to pay. Into Bobosia, also because I come from them. Bobosia 10,000, I said 5,000, 100% a friend. Even if you are paying the following day, that is how it is. But you see, the canker is the fact that even when you are going to look for immigration job, which is government, state only, and these are the things we are talking about. Let us not limit it only to education. Because there's a serious canker in the system. I don't know how. You understand? How are we going to cure it? There must be processes. It will not allow anybody. So the partner here, you know, say, oh, party be something say and they're different. But it is on demand.
Right.
That is the problem we have.
So,
Banuka, I said, yes, Kaita man, maybe my whole baby. Well, maybe. So we were free. Now, this is one fact we uncle. Because a connection. Oh, sir, dear, but me, I say, oh, boy, I know what you are. When I can't connect, you know, the phone where I turn, they say a ton 1,000. Now, we call us connection 2,000. We can't connection 2,000. What did it? And it is so in most, at only scholarship are by the money. Several thousands. School fees. I don't want private school. I mean, who hears can they want to be?
Chairman, even scholarship, no people have to go and pay.
And no. So apart from that, we need scholarship. We need some call. SARS screening na the day and lot. But try register. New. Your friend is saying.
Same registration. And class deal.
Because of the way we do things.
I can't.
There be a yes, I
can't.
Policy implementers, the policy, what do you call it? One of the policy makers and then the implementers too. You almost on baby be no match, no mama deadline. As if country ni be we. When we say almost one year sana.
Timelines,
timelines no doors.
Well, but because last I said back yesterday with Kroma. I rehu Kroma. What for Uber? There's no Uber for there.
On where they?
Who's that phone? A very big screenshot. One screenshot.
So to me, picture not the actual.
Maybe oh, casual call the gun. Price and say 30 cities. No screenshot to no at the baby. Na ubi aba next one no code nima. No do na mo udura no as me ba ma ya he. No push picture no 30 cities number. Oh we say 30 cities. Hey, I started and na work on. Screenshot no that.
So one correct the
one correct and also obi the organizing man wa. Obi na aye man wa forget it. And it's just a Ghana Hano.
Yeah, Yansa, you the Pequan, the first one.
Oh, yeah, Pequick, but I get one.
But, Chairman, Kanema Penny, John Dramani Mahama, Echo, school Harvard. A young commodity one, and common the Korean when they say, more quiet, more fast, manage economy. I say, moon, so. Nkoto krane ne drum ama na ye sei ne saa nema ne saa ene bosia bo bebrebe ne nema bi no ma tetetete saa ama afede nema se mo ye nhunu account a covid sika e ba mu a mo ye nhu omo audit a ye audit nti it is believed say about a whopping 33 billion Ghana cedis blown on 2020 elections. na fe covid no nso so nyankopon said you see boy no obo black man in such a way say yeah the resilience bi ahye mu nti government bi anu ho betimi aye no ho say ono government no ana ohwe Africa ha covid and giamo so to say there eje ebo eje nkrofo bi nkukum nkrofo bebre no nti enye government bi skills ena ma covid itimi edi so ana yedi so ababedru sabre nyankopon na abọ ne ma ho ban ti enye obi afans nti 33 billion elections more blown kwa
the nyankopon se pa se covid bai na enye president Mahama and the president Ogana. I say this because of what he says and what he does and how he thinks and reasons. Say ban say President Mahama and another president. As someone can boy by all right. Same as happened in India and Brazil. New York, a US crowd, a friend Donald Trump. What? I feel see China for na create and then before they realize pum pam 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 pam. India, same. Brazil, minimum kaya. Sa subana Mahama kan neno. Abuso kan. Me say kano a president ka Ghana terrible ka bi anka wo a wutie mi a wote ho ka won ka ho. Ka me ka sen ka wonte. Akufo-Addo can say and I keep saying it. I say kwanye be fa so affix economy ne de e betumi aye. Ne mom se ye jaja ho se Ghana ye be kwa Awontirim mu anase ye economy ne be say enti ye use sika ensase ye ma free water be ye nya obi anum na se ye se ye protect ye sika na covid de betwam se be no wawu the covid de twam no wawu a ye ntimi nya na but economy says it we can bring the economy back and it was in Comshe truly as we see now economy we went down and gradually across the world we say one of the fastest growing economy here Ghana returning post COVID and you know what is interesting Mahama can say well last 2001 no Kosia professionals was it COVID no any impact bia on our economy and just we nye COVID na me bre no me Akufo-Addo fine you flow ko America na se be kan okay we say asam na kan we repeat here was it COVID no bra amanyina na Africa crowd the west was it COVID no ama Africa ohia kukuro kuro bia ni ho a ne ho ankyere no and osan kaka ho say the akoma de na ye de be book ponko na chi bring the camera back see the bro for yes the Putin factor here Ukraine pro Russia ntokoi onu an kan yo allo kaka ni na wi o say Ghana de na de your economy no Akufo-Addo na ama na kofom o say o man bia across the world COVID no akano na Ukraine crowd de oko ayi bukan na say aduane crowd aduane fertilizer crowd nya bi that na there is your friend say petrol ni afa de bedru Ghana there say Ghana there na there Akufo-Addo na mana Mr. Former President ya to boase because you overexposing your sorry to say I wouldn't say ignorance but and I wouldn't say his incapability but so competent words that Mpensenmpensenmu use to be he's competent
you shouldn't you when come on you shouldn't you are selected three kaso akadu
say untimi who say as a former president Ghana COVID etimi affecting here it will not so that means you wouldn't know anything and then you will be sitting there and watching people fall down and die on the street. I mean, for what he is saying now, no, and what he keeps repeating, interesting. The COVID team, no crowd, Okay, so the COVID bad. There was someone who was the COVID team. No one they be running COVID.
Omari be running COVID. Now COVID be running.
Minim. But see there, say COVID, say prescription proposal, and to the extent say hey. Akufo-Addo close to school. Hey, you person, Akufo-Addo science school close. Yeah, person go come man. And I came. So you are to school man. Hey, yeah, be school so hey. It's the cry na nka wona ate so that means. Well, wuni obi so ya na the honor. Anyway, thank God today. My friend was say they discuss. Yes, a lot of money went into protecting your life and my life. And until the next, it's just a make us out here. But the good father can see a baby use Sikano, Eddie Yankwa. Now, Sikano Sakra, the West Hand dog, as I was saying, Mading, as I'm Piscan Biaba.
I accept Mujina Sadenechi spend a panic expenses been on near that day.
Of course.
To the extent that the health minister said at a point in time.
Of course.
Make
ya to myself. That time no buy, no panic. Yamwana and a friend daytime. No panic and as near freedom. When you decoded, you didn't know, and then basic you see be a Ghana. To the extent say the whole SOBiana. Wana. What I said is them to P. Yaman pass. No panic, no yes another thing. And then Yankupon Yadom Ama Siciano never stabilize it to her. A better crowd be a minute and I know it years. Can I not go out board the my bomb the distance say. And then I saw yourself so abundance this uncle. And I can say I saw
on sa. I saw 9 on Sabisani. I saw 9 on Senina.
And then you team at the tip Abeduru. And that is what you will say. But media Mekai say cover the bad and then no. Now issue light bill. Issue bill. You chain across light bill. And that doctor for because now me tell doctor back.
Mo fa on the blow cash.
I want crackers no more you na
cash. On the blow
cash yeah.
Because when your cash has some net to it seems say you know how to bring the economy back, but you don't know how to bring human life back.
What is interesting?
I'm on phone in wow. Then na mo na ma say na mo di fast.
And then World Bank for the omo a friend say my kind throw. Cell phone is freezy. Phone na that na money freezy.
Omo there say omo audit ya mo say omo the 66 million be account.
What no?
I've seen.
No, what no?
I've seen.
No, you can't know one sem. Microphone no this kind of man no. Omo dey aba. What the on number now no dey many what the kind man. Kind. What the kind.
Oh, I have my secretary.
Hold it. My
brother can the omo kind ka crack them. The old kind the who you know. Nipa no this kind of brain say. Why ya there? Sika dey bro no what to be the above my home buying. One man COVID no anti me and the sacred process the sacred mo be happy so that one okay.
All right,
na ozo ko je baby say the partner bro ni na o say o mo scar dey adwuma no what's that go dey fear say me president dey sika no we bro
ora ba Ataboadey enko
and the ambassador no
mate
ambassador
mate to us jama
you take it as not serious you know me yeah because they will say is this was it the former president
as a pet yo
you see MPP for no say them say bu mine no you must respect the people of this country. More ban, more concern be brave about accountability, about corruption, about mismanagement, misapplication of public funds. You said it. Intino, mobile, if there's even one city that has been stolen or missing under your canopy, you must look for it. That was the standard you set. Standard now must set. And Tina, President Carr said, so pesike di wo ma buy no ma private sector, and that I came to protect the public purse, and that we must be citizens and not spectators. When we are citizens, you end up being who expose the government and now they are warning you journalists not to expose them. Look, my brother, say policies and DM policies. The question is, journalists, you must always help us. DM policies and MPP do go Ghana ha. I'm a COVID-19 spread. DM policies.
Bold ones. Lockdown. Closure of borders.
Wearing of nose masks.
Wearing of nose masks. Keeping.
Those are the policies. I did the policies. I did the policies. They didn't go beyond that. So our policies are Bruno policies. Yes. The policies they say they've implemented was implemented in the US. Thousands died. It was implemented in France, in Italy, in Europe. Millions died. Almost COVID started first. And the nose mask. Washing your hands with sanitary
soap and water.
Distance. Social distance. Our policies were implemented in the advanced country and yet people died. How come that you implemented an already spent policy and your people didn't die? Don't you think that is the grace of God?
But the president also told us to eat dawa.
President, my brother, we're eating me. Okay, I eat dawa. He only increased the price of dawa. I'm increasing prices. No, unlike that advert he did. But to be honest with you, COVID started in the midnight. I was in a car in Kumasi. I taken off from my country by midnight. We were in Kumasi. Then we took off. And we called off. Now on Monday, you know, it wasn't that way. So even the dawada and whatnot, and I was doing my exercise and so on. The Mpensenmpensenmu can say, let the MPP agree. Even sometimes it meet people like Honorable Okoboy, the current CEO for not say Omuko program, and a month we bisa na to say, dear no ye I'm a competent. I said, look at you, Okobo Vanderboy. Dear no ye after you have implemented policies. Said the old policy are implemented with fear for your children not to be bad boys. So I implemented policy, your children are bad boys. They are even worse. Then I want to take the same policies and come and be implemented on my children. Is that what made COVID not to spread? Because these policies were implemented in the US, in Britain, in France, in Italy, in India. They were implemented, and now we're implementing. I want to implement it first. The policies came from that place, and we took them after they tried and tested them, and they were not working. Kachane say, "Ombai, dear new policy on the groom." So it is by the grace of God. Again, share. The MPP must give us some modicum of respect.
But yeah, airport.
I'm saying that these are policies that has been done.
Contact tracing. You remember?
They are not policies. Tracing. They were contact the trace who? My brother, we are in this country. Don't be asking those questions. We are not small boys. I'm here. Hey. And we do. You all interact. If you we interact like that. What contact tracing? Look at the amount of money involved. Frontiers Health Services are on the bar for listings.
Airport.
No. In the face of COVID, you are making money. In the face of debilitating national pandemic, Moody Frontier Health Services are bahonmo. 5 ministers of state, cabinet ministers could not say the source of that when they appeared before the appointment committee. Where's the transparency? I did COVID tests through them and traveled to Nigeria and so on. I know how I paid. When I landed, I know how I paid. The documents are still with me.
But they didn't test it, no money.
And they didn't disclose it to me.
You are saying Haman was to account.
No, but this is a serious matter. Now, because of COVID funds now, Mama Kaino, Setekwe, or say 6 million, the total amount is $6 million. Up to now, even if you are multiplying $6 million back, $6 million now spend on this thing. He was on the program with one on the COVID expenditure.
Nipa no the man say store the buy 400.
Bank of Ghana gave you 10 billion. The World Bank also gave you 1 billion.
Bank of Ghana 20 billion.
20 billion. Bank of the omo musika no na the Ghana taxpayers man and so. Bank of Ghana mam 20. Stabilization fund amoko yi sika $200 million no DSN. We can count on them. Must set even COVID committee to take donations. And you have not accounted for. fund.
Private fund.
Who can
And
go to your hospital? Who can go to your
Fund. Then my brother, listen to me. The president has the chance of the whole world to tell the people of this country through presidential State of Nation address. What was the present figure? 18 million. 18 billion. Tio, the president couldn't have come there without not meeting the vice president, the minister of finance. The three of them would sit down and look at his presidential speech.
18 billion.
18.
And he did not write the speech himself.
Yes, that thing I make canon. Because the vice president, because that one said every sector will bring the inputs.
Yes.
Every sector. No. Finance minister, DM figure on the parliament, 17.1.
In that neighborhood.
Baumia say 8 point something.
But I say 18. I say a typo.
Why?
A vice president there.
So who drew
that typo? He was going to.
With the chair.
I say a typo. He was
Vice
going to say
president, where
18.
our PhD holders are. Read it, do critical destiny, a typo.
Professor, correct me, can come in. Professor, what me can come in.
Yes.
No, a doctor, and
let the old man rest in peace.
Yeah, that's
Let the old man rest
You
in
know,
peace.
we need reconciliation of the figures. We need to reconcile the figure. The reconciliation will be done only by through forensic audit. One was this or the Auditor General now, no, the Dumlovo, and then even including the another file. Omonkwano, by that they've almost say over 33 billion Ghana cedis has been stolen. Before that, CDD Ghana had put in by Kwesi Prempeh, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, H. Prempeh, almost research now before the Auditor General came out. 9.6 billion Ghana cedis. The worst Kwesi Prempeh use is that stolen from public purse. Omopona no need all the documentation. No, almost investigation showed that 9.6 billion has been stolen. The word he used was stolen from public purse. Look, it is not also true that COVID in T and economy in the The 2020 elections. Remember, I was on the ground.
Challenging Mama couldn't to America.
Mama say it has devastated, but in the case of Ghana, it's self-inflicted. Why would you pump COVID money into elections? And almost create a big hole. In this year, no, second, you know, the gumusa and feel it. Second, they would the dish up or just how they talk, and how they talk, would they sit down, how they talk that. Now, would this kind of use it improperly, not for what you've invested it for. It is difficult to get the money back. Sana agree, no. The essence is now as we are, no, they are struggling. My brother. So on be feel whole. And then the economic challenges now because you pumped over the 30 billion to election. MP parliamentary candidate, the chairman, he will tell you the amount of money now the candidate back on it's hundreds of thousands. Is that he will tell you the truth?
Parliamentary candidates
now they gave them over hundreds of thousands, depending on your status.
No, but you are quoting it. You know, if you don't have the figures there.
What?
Now what in the keke? Unim there, give us the figures.
I'm saying they have to give it. Look, this type of look, they are in government. You cannot ask me to give
No, but we'll see.
They've given over hundreds of thousands to candidates.
So how much was given to each candidate?
Each candidate I cannot know, but I've done the estimate. Team have done the estimates.
That
over each candidate took over hundreds of thousands.
Over hundreds of thousands.
So it can be 120, it can be 130, it can be 150, it can be 200, it can be 300, depending on your status. So when you will be at the free constituency or ministry now, your money varies from where they are strong, who they are involved in it. Are they any Kromhana MPP candidates? They couldn't buy filing forms. Filing forms, and so when they were doing the primary, they were distributing dollars. I didn't see that. They were giving dollars. Those who couldn't buy filing forms for their candidature.
So how did you finance your campaign the last time?
With the chairman, no, because invite me the bar. The Sona address. Afterwards, because I'm a former MP and I'm also a former MP forum association. Men am your Kasama for. Into no more bar a free program and a course a your former MPs were with me. They said at the that this year the amount of money that was pumped into the campaign,
that
votes now more penal, votes now penal, votes now what it also means that I am telling you, people shouldn't run away from these things. They should give us forensic audit, and we see where the money is. That's why they are running away. You leave office. You mamu 2 oil field. Esla, we gave Esla to them. They came and and borrowed. Get fund. They are borrowed. Some of them see schools. So, they are called pickups.
Get fund 40% of get fund. Get fund. Almost securitizing 40% of get fund for 1.5 billion.
Yes, but remember the capital.
But almost they get fund.
No,
you are making it look
like
no.
Sangaba is there. He was the one that know get fund. Road fund. One sir. Get fund a couple busia
40% of it.
Brother, it's not about saying 40%.
No, but be specific.
I am
you are
saying
giving
that because
information
even the amount of money that is supposed to be paid into get fund is collapsed. As I'm talking, it's collapsed. KPMG is writing their checks. Get fund, one signature of all checks and also KPMG writes to the contractors. I mean, no Kasano Poyno, but catch them say 40% and ask KPMG is writing get fund checks. This ass I talked to you this morning. You should dispute that.
Why?
You should dispute that KPMG doesn't write this. If KPMG was used, and come use KPMG, don't call you scat, say a euro born. Scan a triama the bank of the government of Ghana. Government of Ghana will issue checks. It's not a company that brought in that will be issuing checks on behalf of the people of this country. When we say, they are quarter pickers, and on my trosso, TO, and on my trosso, donated by Get Fund to education directors to institutions. The school I teach, uncompleted structures that were left. They are still standing there. The school is struggling with accommodation up to this morning. And other secondary schools. So, President John Dramani Mahama said, even if you multiply $6 billion by 5.5 to the dollar, or 6, it's 36 billion, not 33.
All right.
But topic where there's some Kenya assembly. Ghana for na I can say. And yes, Ghana for crop. A banker sajitum say. COVID mono. Unya sikabifi. Miami bim.
Cannot say.
And now, say it's can why spend it. Yes, you some power spend it. At least would have been one more chair. And we san catch them to say over commission certain
Bancroft hospital free. COVID obiam antia COVID.
Pato me boba.
Obi onya COVID we no call hospital.
Did you also import drugs? They draw the drugs at the mom COVID now it's free.
It's my turn. Me boba. Me say
they are all free.
Yeah, you know say aban unya sikafi me ya. We sample is sikafi yankasa ye bank. Na yenim say wonu amo echiche. Yenim so say wo kan say
morning na mana. Well, come on, cast too. Oh, and Nina cost,
sir. And I will sound and I will sound so can say Uber Commission Industries be no more. My PPs and I say even those man. You know, so say about who this can be at to toll hand sanitizers and whatever. I did my schools are horrible. You know, so say
Veronica bucket
mo. You know, so say about who this can be so ethiopia. Hotel bills ma na initially no ye quarantine wo no nti ankanya den wo de ma ye breakdown say mo na wo no aye no 52 million Ghana cedis PPEs for schools ne whatever it is that do so so so
adama ye hu say ye nya say ya
na what it here film ankanya te have ankanya be kasa krompa ye den wo say that but by the nature and the makeup of the African being, your immune system is better than Abrofono. No matter what.
Abrofono, black na no move on
you see,
US, Canada, no money.
Adriani omudin wo ho no. E different from yedi na. Adriani Africa. Oh, now how many people now? Momoni crowd the corner say, "Oh, you na say, be neighbor crowd trouble." By the nature of Africa, normal ye di no. Nti we statistics no. In crowd are affect omo no. Bebre any omo rate of death ni whatever. Kiti. Nti what we are saying is
ex-wife cried in North Africa be who had that.
Exactly. Yembisi e ho say. Yembisi e ho say. Omo a ade na hete wo mo no. They are more advanced than us, and the protocols and measures they put in place, we cannot ever reach there. Some protocols of Mampeni, yes, what they buy. The only homegrown protocol out they buy, and the fact is, money da dawa. There's nothing.
The rest of Bruno.
The rest.
But he was always addressing us, fellow Ghanaians.
And no sayare. And no sayare.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Or Bema report of what the health sector at the Abreno.
Now what down so?
Bana yene honso dada. Yenda ya honso dada.
No, he led us.
What was the interval? So we say no na nkebe saye yare. You see,
ya no nebe say ya be ya da ye ho so na ya
ye was engaging nyina abrofo. In fact, we share education and fear man on e bae e wo TV so ne no man no. It was more better than ye na ye because it was just copycat and na ye anameboa copycat the ye show TV. See other people were also addressing their
fellow Americans.
Anya hwe kra no. Na okoye fellow Americans cry then. Wonim sese benyame edin enyansa to team. Nti waka say where the PP is and then also make sure say uba hohoro was normal. They understood it and they were following it. Even here in Ghana, after all the so-called protocols, after all the protocols and measures,
and then they showed leadership. 02008554.
And that's something
Chairman.
Ebola buy. I see wo Guinea. Na anya Ghana na aba. Omampanyin na oteso ka say. Me kwona makoboa. Na makohwe ekwan e befa so ebetumi aboa. Amo say, wo ko fire na aba.
The show chrome her.
Ebola
no am grow no matter spend it on. We the budget. Ebola no
am first call and remember Asani so. Me patcho hold on. Me free. It's me no kwa. And na kwa na o benya ye friend. Me patcho. Honorable member. Patcho di ne fa kwa free.
Corona is it.
Nana mo ako asuboy.
Patu anopra jamia zindinka.
And council na
National First Vice, you are Chairman Omari Wadie.
Thank you.
Your brother Basso. Chairman, I'm a little delegate, you bet you I'm what third vice or about first vice. A Juma who get as a third vice, no can so about third vice. It is over home, Papa, I'm the part of Abelham. There will be a number of and I'm in chair, you are Alan Chairman, Papa, the OB out the Chinese small MP party because was some action, the Minnesota, the Vietnam. The former MP said, come on, you are the mama at Yakuyafu. I will a trillion now. The money, Tano, at all family, Ebola made you are. Ebola, a baby scat, and you are the mama, the Ebola scan. But come to the Abba, you will take up that base in Yemen, getting the Apple. The Iron about with any word, Yanni, and the word Damon, and what still Yanni, and Emma also, so it is our brother also. I'm watching you go and let's give it a good 9 months. Oh, my dear. About what we are talking about, Manabato. If there becomes another better Kunyaso, Ghana and yes, heaven yet, daddy. Now to politics is your other battle. I promise you, Fokuma and Hammer can say. Education, Aboyen, Naku, Aboyen, one is one party, Aboyen, starting from which Aboyen.
He's made his point.
Last make I just keep quiet. Now your wife say, oh. Yeah, the best water bill more century, the best light bill more century. But information minister Awontirim the catches idea no ya the chairman within that period. But you sanji and yes you san category
na ya no ye Ghana o ye nyina ye sika.
Yes, but was sanji. Also what the money free.
Government now fund the government
campaign. Omudi campaign. Omudi campaign.
Alright, my man for go man. So hello.
Oh, yes sir.
Okasa Baka, yo man.
Seriously.
Hello, good morning.
Me bato didn't for coffee free.
If you put your man, you go more in Central Region.
Young communia.
And the pay me only with you now.
Yo.
Now, politicians in Ankara, you know how deep. Because they say, I was saying, no, to my phone, and I pay on what I'm on my head. Okay, entity no, no, Sikasa. Why did you know? And the pay, I mean, among some time, you can't them for that.
Was it or my MPP in the city was the other journal?
I didn't know.
But that's CP. We have not been fed.
And Munkala Jonas. Munkala Jonas mentioned man pa because we are
Munkala Jonas. Also Chiano boss. No, one contestation.
I'm saying Munkala. I'm so contested be something. Yes. School no pay.
Chairman one.
Oh, that one baby one. Chairman baby one.
We can be called wedding go. Because 7 years for be a pacratia, whatever say green yeah, wedding and a table news who to collect the donation.
But you
collect the donation by said, I'm with the and I'm Piaka.
No matter who did. Who did it for Abolo. Common sense.
Yes, I'm Abolo. The first year, I give me a feminist common sense. Mamicha Honorable Timothy Ataboadey Awontirim. Namisha and Mapa or Ataboadey. And I'm near Asani Tano. Chama Mari Wadie, or no dear to see a dear, why you in the
Why ye?
Not Unim Chama, the campaign Yana dear Wujimu. But and then you here, but Pato.
Yes.
Former President John Dramani Mahama Semo Kanyeno. About Kenya COVID, African, Nepaucho, no ni African, Kasa, no ni Ghana. And I am past COVID, ni send a Kuku Europeans, ni Yamanu, higher Africans one. And then Mukwari say, do baby or Mampenina and Akufado Kache, say, be a year, Nipa 25 in Yama, but say, Joe, if you mono, Omu Yama. Last summer, on Mampeni Baba addressing about COVID-19, say, bet me, I just know my assistant in Yamapato. Now I enjoy that. Now, I say, so any yes, on Mampeni, she said, no, the two. On Mampeni catcher, say, yes, I wish you na you want me, Yamie. Better do baby economy jeans, and right before Danny Assembly say, no, Kase, economy ni ewu obeti ni anyanina, or the scanning share a promo dimanyampa, or see you say you should hear my ewu, I say no matter Danino. I come on 7 years and green. Have a good morning, my brother.
Mr. Veda CP.
Pato, you see, the system we are running regarding COVID, Nkuntambona nyadin kura, eso mbunkutamaye. But what we are saying is, enya inshishaya na nado danko kufado ni na bandi gu hontina COVID enkungana fuo. Oh, yes. Sincerely speaking, that is not it. Sanka abrofu they are more advanced machines ahodo omo
but your immune system no.
That is number one.
But your second one try me back. But you didn't for kwafefi.
Me thought ni nyina ya ba say
hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. But you didn't for kwafefi.
FM appear me cassette free Medina.
Appear it you.
If I show yeah, this is for better red loose no more kasa. Yeah, we nya botre. Why? Na ye Ghana medical stores. Yeah, e jatom. Yeah, hu ni pa na mo so ma ehye.
Yeah, COVID. Nini sika.
Yeah, COVID no. So be said, yeah, ye be school and that 2017. Also ye be school. Yeah, dey be school bi e wo ye friend say. Kumase. That time no ayina na amanyina so bo man enro ento. Kebra minister the prayer answer the enya dai. Enya no dia ma school for. What you say? And COVID no saban say amuska esia. Adam say papa no. O say
Skado ko nya tia odu sabosom. E wo mra e ye ta ho. O si ase. Yo futi ya no police karo na da ko we na ma gina ba bi kase. Ah ye ji skala ko e campaign. Campaign be o ni ma kai. E bi o no time no. Ska o nya e no ko e campaign. Na gire mo no. Ru se wi azu ye bonni bia da tie wo no. Ti sa na ma wo ye.
That's it.
Pato, say cancer COVID scan, yeah, the campaign, I no correct. I'm telling you, in no my toy, yes, anke or a bunch of better ama a nipa one. Those were normal, not after your more campaign or more the a month for. I witnessed it at Techima South. I was even Techima South. Mr. MPB, they got it. They got that.
Did you lose your seat to an MPP candidate?
No.
You lost at primaries.
Yes, at primaries.
Yes. You see, what we are saying is say, Brana Bebu Nkonta, but the year can say, COVID ne buy and now me not here can say there's a COVID levy. Even though it is supposed to be said COVID, I subside no. There's a COVID levy. Pato, my musio mommy, na me no so simunas, minkoya COVID na me koda hospital. You can see or that Gianni, if any of the restaurants in the Abremia. There's a COVID charge. Because me are who sat
Na
bako uso dum wa ko uso bi na do wa be pie ni mo sa go fo we no mo wa ko mete
ma ti se aponche no mi mpenso she
correct na wa I agene o dan so so wan so mi ho tro me chiawo ene wo abegafo ni wahwefo nyina ana mechia o producers ne in the reception of oye nanim ti papa mo hwe ni man yo papa ana sembia nwa papa bi se na na kufado enebu covid ho akonta mama okay say democracy ni ye tena o ma we dum so infisha makoma enu akra de bia no mo nya ne sa ye de Asantmenkumasi enu kenne ba ko pekura kenne just one kenne stick we den Ghana for munyi ona e amaso so na mde ahwehwe mo ye nya sika ye twa electricity afi wo beka kire se mo pese mu enjoy light there more light there mu pay more oh okay wasi o mu akonta na kufu ado o ma water free electricity o mu lifeline o ma free industries akese akra no o chemma o mu half hwe o ma binum didi free what you say scan kra wo kan scan am kan na answer sao said na mu bi echirichi mu na wono woni makonta blu ya ne agigi sika ya president former president Messi yi iri otu mebu ho akonta kire sa na di nyanko papa we won pay an ostrich rule wo shut down wo buka no kono ni ashia no say onye hwe o ya no ma bia akefre no ajejemerewa okonsio exio tifinu akohunsi oba na afose no abebisa sa na hu nsi za no wotio za no tepato we de ye welcome nti we no de ye no soft amount na afi be boja papa ye mo akwaba
see e no na ye problem wo sika ya ji be bu hu konta ma ya wo se ma ne be bu konta de okasa se ye yo esika agigi ye nyina na de e fi ama no ne bre it's for the people of this country nti be bu no,
or they don't say
2020 na COVID hit.
No, the update report
2020 to 2022. How many states?
More percent president.
The current
more percent government.
State of the nation address.
On your exclusive.
2020 till now. Wama how many state of the nation address? How many state of the nation address now? Wama 2020 to now.
6.
Into one to me mbo say COVID scare nya no. Ebi I spending is so just like Omokachi say 8.1 billion. Ne sa ho no.
And you spending was.
Yes. So Give us
the who say you say.
They are spending it.
There's dispute.
That is why they are fumbling with the figures. And yes, sir. We are saying, you see, 3 of them.
100 million.
And you want to see 100 million.
Chairman, hold it. We are going to make it simple. Echina Nyankopon ya adoma. Yebenya spokesperson for the COVID-19 fund. And I will be asking him some of these questions. And he said the fund no the abam and omni the kaka ho nyina de obetimi answer nyina. So maybe I was say never.
Oba betra ha abuza ngunta nyina akyerɛw. Mahama besa akofra apakofra beka say
bring documentation, bring the audited report.
Audited report nya ready.
You see,
whatever they put out there, auditor general come and confirm.
So you know that the town bring them. So why you say the Kufuor
by now 2020
the spokesperson for COVID-19 fund will be here. Yebedin komo. Obetimi send no questions ahead. Our original TV page or the questions ni na betimi send e dey abachina. Fa kwan wo bia no so no ne eni komo na yenhwe ne enye emfa chairman Omari Wadie me da say honorable Ataboadey Awontirim Nyankopon ensure so by sanso ana yewra ya Asani Nyankopon ensure so na yamana nkasa ene mabon buga mama nkasa